Do not get caught in this bull trap. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with Tech Solutions, and markets are green today. And believe it or not, we have people like CNBC that are sharing these articles that are like, oh, markets are rising in hope that the Federal Reserve is going to cut interest rates. Do they not watch the same FOMC meeting that we all did, where Jerome Powell said that economic data has not supported the case for the Federal Reserve to feel comfortable cutting interest rates, and that an interest rate cut might not come until November of 2024. Now, again, markets are rising, and it seems like the CNBC and many other news outlets have to justify on why it's rising. And it wouldn't really surprise me that, yeah, I mean, can the markets go a little bit higher for longer? Sure, but please understand what Jerome Powell said. Markets can assume whatever it is that they want ahead of time. They often do that. Jerome Powell has said that the market likes to forecast things in advance before things are actually reported. Now, this is great for day traders because you're able to buy into this hype, but as long as you know to lock in profits at these overbought levels, because markets will eventually pull on back when the truth comes out. And the truth is that the unemployment rate that we released last week that came out a little bit higher than what was expected, sure, that was good news. But that doesn't trump the idea of, okay, well, inflation is actually higher and much higher than what is expected. Not only is it not going down, it's actually going up, and it's going up more than what was expected. And if this continues, I mean, this was the first time that the Federal Reserve was ever asked this question. Jerome Powell was asked, well, if inflation continues to rise, will the Federal Reserve consider an interest rate hike? He obviously stated that that is not something that they are even taking into consideration, but that also an interest rate cut just doesn't make sense because inflation currently is not going down. Now, again, they will be releasing the PCE report, which is, again, one of the Federal Reserve's favorite reports to actually release on a monthly basis to tell us and give us a better understanding of how our economy is doing. So I'll make sure that I keep you guys up to date with that. But as of right now, the overall NASDAQ market is up 0.65%, and it is incredibly bullish. So it doesn't make sense to short the market right now. Let me make that very clear. But it also, I wanted to make this video to make you aware that as we become overbought, and we become overbought based off of this hype that, oh, the Federal Reserve is expected to cut interest rates. They've been saying that since the end of last year. And let me know, how many times have they cut interest rates? There's nothing wrong with going and running with the hype and making your money. But also please understand that, again, if the tables begin to turn and we begin to see a lot of selling pressure, you cannot be surprised. So just have an exit plan if we begin to see a potential change of direction. I also want to make you aware of the series of stocks that reported pre-market and that are set to report after the market closes today. Spirit Airlines, which is SAVE, it's in the brinks of potentially filing for bankruptcy, was one of the few companies that reported earnings today before the market opened. And guess what? Lower highs, lower lows. The cheap can always get cheaper, and it doesn't look like that earning report helped it by any means. It's down another 13.3% and still selling off. The other stock that is set to report earnings after the market closes today is PLTR, which is Peter Thiel's company called Palantir, and it's approaching previous highs. And if you look at this on the day chart, it is a little bit on the overbought side. So we'll see. After it reports earnings today, after the market closes, is this thing going to gap up, or is it so overbought that it's set to correct itself? We'll keep you guys up to date. Again, I hope that it earned your thumbs up. Please consider subscribing for updates. And remember, I do trade live every morning. And if you ever want to tune on in, that's going to be that second link in the description down below. But make sure that you shoot me a direct message right now, and I'd love to hook you up with a discount. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.